What about draft prospects that you think Browns fans need to know as we get ready for the draft coming up after what's been a really disappointing regular season?
Absolutely. And just to touch on your point real quick about Andrew Berry and his draft, I just think he just needs to hit on the number one, a first round pick, right? Like I think that's the only thing people are waiting for is because he hasn't hit on that first round pick. People can point that out. I always make the joke though, if you just pretend like you drafted JOK in the first round, instead of what was it? Was it Greg Newsome that year?
Yeah, I think it
Right? Like
was. Yeah.
if you just did that, then all of a sudden, nobody be wondering if he could draft anymore. But Jed Wills, Greg Newsome, that makes people nervous when they look at the first round picks. So until he hits on the first round pick, people are going to be nervous about it. But if you're the Browns and you want to look at guys that might be interesting in free agency, quarterback wise, I think Carson Beck's a name to really keep your eyes on, see how he goes through this process. I think the Browns would see him as a natural fit to what they want to do. And he might be available at multiple spots for the Cleveland Browns. I think Ashawn Jeanty out of Boise State, go watch him this Friday in the Mountain West Championship. That might be somebody the Browns are interested in. Luther Burton, Ted McMillan, Isaiah Bond, Elick Ayomaner. Oh, those are all wide receivers I think are excellent. And if we're looking at offensive lines here, keep your eye on the tackle for LSU, see what he does. He's a good guard prospect for the Cleveland Browns. And then also what Kelvin Banks is out for the rest of the season. And then Donovan Jackson's playing a completely different position. But there's going to be a ton of things to watch, especially once we get closer to the Senior Bowl, get to see these guys compete in their natural positions.
Yeah, the offense needs kind of an injection of some players, both on the line and at skill positions too, I think.
Yeah, definitely at running back, definitely at the interior of this offensive line. You could use some youth. I advocated very strongly last year for tackle. I still
Mm-hmm.
feel strongly about that. You could use some youth there. Wide receivers a little bit different because that's already a pretty young room, right? Like I don't think anybody is a veteran really in that wide receiver room now that Amari Cooper is out of there. But running back needs a refresh for sure. And I would even argue, I wouldn't mind refreshing this quarterback room, even if you're still planning on bringing back Jameis or something like that. Who's going to be your backup? Because I don't think it's going to be Deshaun Watson.